I'm going to tell you about the Destroyer-Die extended tie rods, whether you like it or not. So we made these to compensate for cars that have extended track width and can't get a tie rod that they need to adjust the toe to where they need it to be. We've used these with the interchangeable rack bolt. We've got 3 threads at the moment. We've got an M18, M17 and an M16. So if you're here with an MX-5, then you'll know that they fit the Mark 1 and Mark 2, whether it's power steering or non-power steering. They will also fit the Mark 3s and several BMWs and even some Nissans and several other cars on the market. We also have an interchangeable turnbuckle at this end. So currently we do an M12, we do an M14 option for Mark 3 MX-5s, RX-8s, S14s and so on. This clevis here, which is a CNC machine clevis out of hardened steel. We have the Teflon lined rose joint and the misalignment adapters and a clevis pin to lock it into place. That means that you can adjust this out to extend the tie rod to the length that you need it to be. And then at this end we've got the male turnbuckle with a left hand thread and a right hand thread, and you can turn it to adjust your toe without having to take all the rubber boot off and expose all this end. You can just do it all by this end, and it's much easier to adjust, and you get a lot more extension as well because you've got double the thread, so you've got double the adjustment. This will fit a standard Mark 1, Mark 2 MX-5 rod end. It'll also fit S13 rod ends, and by swapping in the M14 turnbuckle, you can fit a Mark 3 rod end or S14, S15 rod end, and so on. If you're thinking this looks a bit complicated for just using as a tie rod, then I'll let you know why it's actually a lot better for someone who needs to change things regularly, update things, service it at the track, or swap out parts. So once you've got this all installed, the only serviceable item, unless you crash, is this rose joint here, so that could wear out, as they all do. The beauty of this though is that you pull out the pin, get your rose joint out, swap it over, adjust it to where it was, slide it back in, your pin's back in, you don't have to adjust anything else, and you should be pretty much exactly where you had it before. If you widen your track width again, and you find that the setup you have isn't long enough, you can swap out a longer turnbuckle, or if for some reason you've got a really narrow track width, you can swap in a really short one. But the point is that you can change the entire length of the tie rod assembly just by swapping out this turnbuckle here. So yeah, so it might seem like a lot at first, but then you can upgrade bits and pieces here and there to adjust it to as you need it. Nice and easy. I think that's all that covered. We'll go over what comes in the box and how to put it together. Get these at destroyordie.com, and if you've got any questions, put them in the comments below and we'll do our best to answer them.